Good morning. Let me just make sure everything's working. Yes. Okay. All right. How are you doing? I woke up like 2 hours ago, and I really want to finish this illustration at least by like the middle of the day. So that's the goal of this stream, to get near finishing this. This one's been a long time coming. Like you can see at the top left, I've been working on it for like 8 hours. Hello everyone in stream. How's your day been? Whether it's night or morning or middle of the day. Hope it's going well. But yeah, this is a lot of layers in the making. So currently we have just this. This is the background character, some glow sticks, and then we have a whole lot of typography stuff in the middle. And so we're just looking to finish that up. Maybe start on a new thing. I think we could probably, we just start it now. I do want to make an arcane piece. So something that's like here, here. Something more of like a landscape. So let me, I didn't really think about this, so I didn't get a reference, but field here. Arcane here. It's very rough mock-up. She has her like big turret things right there, and I'm thinking like big crawling thing in the background. Probably be the exclusion zone. Is Clip Studio difficult to use? Not once you get used to it. I've been using this for years, so at this point everything's just kind of second nature. But you're probably going to struggle for it for at least a week or two, maybe even a month. But once you just memorize, you know, my colors and stuff are right here, all my tools are here, my layers are on the far right, it shouldn't be that difficult. But anyways, that's what we do if we have a bit of extra time. But for now, we're working on this. So let's get rid of all these. I really just want to render her. You want to know what brushes I use? It's really a mix of like everything that I know. So I have just a basic round brush. I have this brush that I use for line art and sketching. And then I have a whole bunch of texture brushes. And then obviously a hard brush. But really, I use like 7 to 8 main brushes. I start from this, and this, and this, and that, and just stuff like that. All right. This is already rendered for you. This is me. This amount of rendering is me in the middle of the night, kind of rushing for like an hour. Like this is basically all that the rendering is right now. So I really gotta keep going. All right, let's get started. I added a whole bunch of Genshin Nod Cry tracks to the playlist. And so now it has like 40 more Nod Cry tracks. You're gonna hear a lot of Nod Cry this stream. All right. I think we gotta start getting to her legs. Or I mean, for you guys just started, but I've done kind of everything but her legs so far. Yeah. Looks good. My heart reminds you of Dino. That is funny considering I have about 3 Dino references right next to me as I'm drawing this. So that probably explains it. Also, this brush right here is also Dino's brush from his brush pack. Feel free to ask anything you wanna know about. I am just going to basically AFK draw this thing as I look at chat. Dino Illus is he's just a massive illustrator, especially on Twitter. He's given me heavy inspiration. He's probably my most referenced artist of all time. He is basically the GOAT. Although he has kind of slowed down in the past year, I've noticed. Back in 2024, 2023, he'd have a lot more personal works and like really good illustrations. Now he's mostly doing sponsorships for gacha games, but I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'd love to do that. It's just I really enjoyed his older illustrations. I guess I'll use this. Oh, I'm live again? Yes, I'm back from the dead. I rise like a phoenix at very unexpected times. I think it's kind of the appeal. You never know when I'm gonna stream or upload. Why do we have a Remy reference? Oh, that's left over from last stream. Okay, let me take that off. I forgot that was there. Oops. Honestly, I could just delete that from OBS. Just, that thing's done. All right, cool. Thank you for telling me that. If you don't mind, can you share your thought process while rendering? Well, the thought process is really just make this look more metal. And so how do you do that? Well, you make some parts darker, some parts lighter. Where you do that, that's a whole other topic. But I just render, zoom out, see if it looks better than it did. If it does, then I know I'm doing the right thing. Any drawing tablets I recommend? If you want a portable one, I honestly just use an iPad. I know it's expensive, but it's a really good drawing tablet, and it doubles as just a normal tablet that you could use for anything. And so I use my iPad like daily for whatever. And then if I ever travel, I just have a traveling tablet. But for cheaper ones, for like regular ones, I am currently using an XP pen. Not saying that they're the best, but for what I wanted, it was pretty good. And the price was, it was on sale, so. Are game streams costly in the future? I've been thinking about it for a while. The problem, it's not that I don't want to, it's that it's much more complicated if I tried it, because what I'm streaming on right now is not my gaming PC. It is a MacBook, because I can't really connect my tablet thing to my gaming PC setup because it's in like a different room. It's a whole thing. So if I were to do a gaming stream, I couldn't draw while I did it. If I want to do a drawing stream, which I always want to do, I can't game while I do it. So that creates a problem. Also, it doesn't have 2 monitors. So that would make streaming while gaming extra hard. There's a lot of different things that are stopping me right now. I could probably figure it out if I really needed to, but it's not like a priority right now. What am I doing? I feel like I've just been rendering this thing when I don't even know what it is. Okay. It would be pretty cool if I streamed my deadly assault clears. I got to 50k on sweeper with Arya, and that took a lot of trial and error. Metal's always so complicated. Like, it looks fine, but it doesn't really look that metal-like. Maybe I need to go harsher and change the brush. I think if I go back to my whatever brush. And then not zoom in so much. I think maybe a combination of those things will help improve. See, that already looks better. I think I was just using the wrong brush for that. Do I prefer a smooth or textured brush while sketching? A bit of both. So when I do just a complete rough sketch, I usually do it with a smooth pen with opacity. So that way I can just pretty clearly tell what I'm doing. There's not as much, there's a little bit of abstracting, but I don't know what type of pose this is, but let's say it's a guy like holding a sword. And here, that's the fingers, that's the thumb. Yeah. And then once I want to kind of line it, I go in with a textured brush that I use for line art. And then I do, you know, the usual that, space, thing, hair. Hair I like to kind of abstract first and then erase as I go. Something like this. And then you kind of shape it, flip it, mold it. Yeah. I don't know what this is. Just kind of made it up, but I think you get the idea. I'm really liking this leg, this particular portion of it. Does he not have robotic legs like Lycon, or is it just armor? It's just armor. When she's walking around in like the overworld, she just has normal legs. But if you like double dash, she like puts on the robotic legs. So it is just armor. It's so cool though. I like how Cult of Lamb music always finds a way to play itself, even though there's only like 5 tracks in the whole playlist. They always find a way. Not that I'm complaining. Cult of Lamb music slaps. There, that's much more metal-y. Still kind of missing a bit of something. Looking awesome as always. Thank you, Xavier. How do you always switch between making different game characters? I don't know, I just like different things. Kind of just run out of things to draw if you only do one game. I could draw Seed again. That would be nice. But I mean, I've already drawn Romeo twice. Sigrid doesn't interest me a ton. Maybe Roxy when she's around. Mostly just waiting for Phoenix though. This needs to be more visible. There you go. Yeah, I think Arknights has, in my opinion, some of the best designs out there, but they're really, really complicated if you can't already see it. So it is a bit rough, especially if you're kind of newer to it, but it is a good challenge. Okay, I'm getting kind of tired of these legs, so let's do these horns, or the top part at least. Liking how these gloves are turning out. You like the lighting? Thank you. It took many hours to get right. Oh man, I almost just gave up completely because of how complicated it got, but I figured it out. That's what matters. How did I get the brush icon instead of the circle one? It's something in, I think it's like preferences. Yeah, preferences and cursor. And I think it's the top one, brush shape plus dot. Kind of convenient how I just did that. I think I was fiddling with it a few months ago, and I never touched it since. Did I make thumbnails for this piece? I had a few ideas for it. I did a few rough sketch. I didn't thumbnail it, but this is like the third iteration of sketch for it, so there's that. What's this from? Arknight's Enfield. So one of the big gacha games alongside all the other ones. You think I should try to make my colors less muddy? I kind of like the grit that comes with it, so I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I do think some of the edges could be more sharp and, you know, rounded, but I mean, this is like half rendered, not even, so I'll fix that later. But I do like the more desaturated pieces, because it gives a little bit more realism to it. Have I heard of Brown Dust 2? Yep, I've heard of it. I've seen it. Not my cup of tea. But it is interesting to see on Twitter every now and then. Gameplay's pretty decent, more into turn-based, super first star over Genshin. If you're really into turn-based, I highly recommend playing Chaos Zero Nightmare. It's honestly, I mean, I don't want to dog on it too much, but it's honestly kind of Star Rail with just straight up better gameplay. It's just 2D though. There's much more strategy when it comes to building and everything in that game. It's great. I love it. Have a good taste in music? Of course I do. Why would I listen to bad music? That's common sense. I was playing Chaos Zero Nightmare for like a solid 2 hours before the stream. It's amazing. Very technical though. Not too technical. It's not like Limbus Company or what I've seen. But it's really, it's hard to describe. It's like, imagine the whole game is kind of like simulated universe, but it's actually well thought out and hard, and you can easily die and fail many times. And the builds that you get at the end of that simulated universe run, you can use throughout the entire game. And so that incentivizes you to go again and again, trying to get the best build possible, and use that build to do endgame and stuff. That's how I would describe it if I put it into Star Rail terms. It's not heavy on the graphics. No, it's a 2D game. So it's small, relatively, and pretty easy to run. I think this is going well in terms of rendering. Should open up a Patreon with my speed paints. That is a good idea that I have thought about and iterated on. Now's not the right time though. So later in the year, that would be one of the things that I plan on doing. Now, it's not the only thing that's going on the Patreon, but it is one of the things. Oh man, this skirt's gonna be something else. Still gotta work on the legs. We're at the Discord. Discord and Patreon will likely be at the same time, so I'll release both. All right, that's all you're getting out of me. You're curious when you're done with the RPs, files for RPs. I just leave them there. The folder has gotten pretty big, so I'll have to deal with it eventually, like maybe next year. But for now, it's not a problem. Sorry for the break in English. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, you're fine. What's my next art vid? I'm currently working on it. I'm thinking next week. But I'm always late to like everything that I say I'm gonna do. So I say next week, it's probably the week after. Now this thing is gonna be done like tonight or tomorrow. And then I could just like go full into the video. I'd rather be late than posting worse. Yeah, basically. I mean, just kind of the way my workflow goes, it doesn't allow me to go super quick. And also I just have a bunch of things to do at once. Hello? ZZ stream when? I mean, there's kind of nothing going on in the game right now. Unless you want to see me do like my 50th hard mode run. If I want to stream, it's probably going to be when like a new character is out that I care about. I don't really care about Claret. I'll just use my C team to clear pretty much everything Claret needs to clear. I was interested in Roxy, but then I realized her additional ability doesn't allow her to be used with Seed. So now I'm kind of just waiting on Phoenix. All right, now it's time to do a little bit of blurring. It's too many hard edges. So we merge. Have I watched Parasite the Maxim? No. It's really good. Maybe I'll check it out. Phoenix is most likely an anomaly. Yes, everyone's saying she's fire anomaly. So if that's the case, pretty sure she's just gonna replace Arya from Jane, whoever's the third slot in the REM team. So I'm definitely getting that. Least for the patch after Claire, Roxy, or Phoenix and Severian. I believe that. They've been teasing Severian for a while, and it's either they give us Severian or they give us what was her name? I'm blanking. The metal spider butterfly girl. I know I'm blanking on her. I keep thinking Shorekeeper, but that's Withering Waves. So yeah, I think Severian's like the most likely second banner unit of the cast. So, that's left. But they might just give us someone completely new, like they did in 2.0 when they just shadow dropped Dialin Bon Yue on us. Storyteller, yes, Storyteller. Then again, she could be an off-field anomaly applier. We already have Bernice for that, though. I don't think they're gonna make another fire off-field anomaly. It just doesn't make sense. We just got 2 supporting anomaly units. They're not gonna give us a third. Okay, I think it's enough of the upper body purple stuff. Now we work on the lower body purple stuff, and then all the black parts of our outfit, and the white parts of our outfit, and then the skin, and then we loop back to the legs, and then we make sure everything's good, maybe do the hair, and I think she's done, and we do on the background. There's a lot of things we gotta do. Is it part of my playlist? I guess it is. I don't remember adding this. That's fine. Can I make a video on how to edit my vids? You can find no video. The thing about that is the people who are interested in that are few and far between. So I just don't think it would get that much. Like I've tried doing kind of like logistics videos on like how things work, and it was like one of my worst performing videos. So there's a reason why there's not that many videos on it. People just don't care. give you some tips. I can't just expose my trade secret like that. But I mean, honestly, editing is not complicated at all, really. It's just time consuming. You could look up, just get a free editing software like DaVinci, look up how to use it. You'll be set in like a few days. And then as you're making new stuff, you just kind of learn on the fly. It's a lot like art. There's no real set way to like learn it. You just kind of do it as you go. Like the best way to learn how to make a video is to just get a software, look up a basic tutorial and just try to make a video. And then as you go, you run into things that you want to do that you can't, and you just look it up. Same for basically everything. Where's all my non-cry music? I added so much, and this place is just dodging it. Literally 1/3 of the entire playlist is not cry. We'll get to it eventually. We're out to download it. See me on my next thing. Hope you have a good time learning it. I don't think you'll have too much trouble. I think it's time for the tactical brush switch. Oops. Okay. Okay, what we need to do is we need to smooth this out and then paint over it. Tomconite? Is that like kryptonite for me? What would even be that? I just wanted to drop by and say I love my videos. I love you too. No homo. Where'd they go from? Arcanite and Field. I would put a picture up like the last few times, but I'm kind of lazy and a bit locked in, so. It was a Unity thing. I think we need a better name than Tomconite. I think we need to brainstorm a little better. What would I name you guys? No, I wouldn't think of this on on stream. I'd think of very dumb names. Lost to 50-50 and 10 away from guaranteed. Yeah, I had a full hard pittier at 120. It was not fun. I also had the full hard pittier weapon. Tom Cruise? Okay. No. I don't think we need to include my name in the naming of you guys. I think it needs to be like a separate entity. I think it'd be like since I'm like a little demon, you guys will be like my little gremlin soldiers. But I think gremlin's a little too mean. But at the same time, it's kind of funny. Shaft Knight's Enfield? Yep, exactly. I got an arcane again instead of getting, well, you know, I should have just not pulled on the arcane banner. Imps? Okay, I think we're getting there. I think that's warmer. Imcos? Okay, that's colder. That's... This is also Arknights Enfield music. It's from the newest patch. I know it by heart because I've listened to this patch's playlist for the past 2 weeks straight. 1.4 was so good. Thinking for a name is easier said than done. Yes, very much so. No name trademark. I think that's taken. I think someone else has trademarked that already. At this point, every gacha game is just made by music creators in disguise. I mean, gacha games are made by music creators, are normal creators, just artists, you know, just every top tier game, whatever, in the world, except for monetization. That's the only one where they fuck everyone over. But I think it's worth it. At the very least, I feel like my money's getting put back into the game every time I play like a Zenless or Arknight story quest. Even the more recent Genshin ones have been really good. I mean, this is Genshin music right now, so... I think we've come a decent way in rendering this thing, even though it doesn't really seem like it. Sure, I've been asked this multiple times. Apologize. Have I ever thought of streaming on Twitch? Actually, no one's really asked me that. You don't have to apologize at all. I have. I probably should, shouldn't I? I don't know. It's just kind of a little inconvenience thing that I haven't really done yet. But I'll probably do it. Well, soon-ish. Once I have some free time. But that's actually a really good question. Looks sick. This isn't even the final like, I still have a few layers that I haven't put up yet. This is what it's gonna fully look like when it's done. So I have to work on this heart thing. Think it looks official? Thank you. That's the main goal. You know, one day, Arknight's Enfield will ask me to make a Mindscape art. Or what was it, like the dupe art. I think if that ever happens, I think I've made it. If it's for Thorns, oh my god. If I ever get to make the Thorns art, that would be so sick. Hi Blue, how's your day? How have you been doing? I've been streaming more often lately. You and Sim know each other? What is this development that I'm seeing here? Anyway, just in case you haven't seen, this is kind of like the full vision of it. I'm like halfway through rendering. I haven't done like any of the background or any of the foreground. I'm just like basically focusing on the character. You've been well, so busy with work. I've been enjoying streaming. It's been fun. It's a lot less kind of stressful than I thought. So I'll probably do it a lot more often. But yeah, work has been rough, especially with classes starting up. Literally next week, I'll be a lot more busy. I think it's too much metal. It's too much shine. You know Sim, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I know Sim, fortunately. Well, I mean, from a viewer perspective. Okay. It's a little better. I think what we need to do is start. I think the skin is kind of wonky in some places. So it's time for good old overlay layer to do its thing. Better YouTuber and streamer? Oh my god. I mean, of course, but he asked about Twitch. My opinions on Twitch is I just kind of haven't gone around to it. I probably will. It's a lot easier to just do it on YouTube, but I'll probably try doing some Twitch stuff pretty soon and just see how it goes and if it's worth it. I swear we've heard this song before. Has this played in the past hour? I'm gonna skip it anyway. Like blend this better. This nose makes her look like a rat, kind of. She's kind of a little ratty. At the same time, how do you render a nose from the bottom? I haven't thought this far. Hello. You feel Twitch is better for streaming? You prefer there over YouTube? Okay. I think I'll really set up Twitch stuff like this week and see what happens. Do I plan on making a Discord? Soon. I've been saying soon for the past like year, but sooner. My Twitch emotes would go crazy. I think the first stream on Twitch would be making some emotes. Making the most subtle of changes to the teeth. YouTube pisses you off? No cross emote use between channels. But do you think the actual viewing of the stream experience of the stream is better on YouTube? There's just less ads, and you can play back more easier. But Twitch does have the kind of the better community stuff. They each have their pros and cons. Alright, let's work on this hair more. line's a little wonky because I think I liquefied it down. I'll paint over it later. You feel more connected to the chat on Twitch? Yeah, like I was saying, I think Twitch has a better community, like better chat and community stuff, while YouTube has better like hardware streaming, logistic stuff. Let's see, how much better is this than the base color? Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, that is definitely an improvement. The past 2 hours have not gone to waste. That's good to know. Stream on Kick. That's a good one. That is a good one. What character is this? This is the new Arknight's Enfield character. So Lino. It's in the name. Her name's in the back. It's Lino. 2 eyes. Should I put a shadow here? Or would that look weird? No, actually, that's good. Okay, I think the shadow here is a little too much. Right there. A little bit right there. And then a little bit right here. And maybe a little bit right there. No. Maybe? It needs to be lighter. Yeah, I do think that's an improvement. Now the real question is, should I light the nose? I think just from one side, it's a bit more blue. It's a hard one. think if it's really close, like this. This is endless. I have all the songs in this playlist. Well, the non-lyrical ones. I think that does make the face look more three-dimensional. It's the small changes that matter. Especially on the face. I'll paint over the eyes properly once I merge the line art. Okay. Let's go back to the clothes. I need to start playing ZZ because the music is interesting. Honestly, I think ZZZ's weakest part is their music. They have their combat, characters, just general feel like an art is way above the music. As compared to like, I'd say Genshin and like Arknights, I feel like music is one of their strongest suits. Zenless's music is good, but I don't think it's their strongest thing. Weakest, that's crazy to say because their music is phenomenal. I mean, that's the thing. Their music is that good and I still say it's their weakest because their combat is that much better. If your music is that good and I say it's one of your weaker parts, that just means the game is that much better. I do think the more recent boss music tracks have been really, really good though. Not Gerta Blulu. Gerta Blue has a pretty basic one, but the The one you just heard like 2 songs ago. That one was really nice. That's one of the better ones. But I don't know, you really can't beat the tranquility of Genshin songs. You just listen to this and you feel at peace. And then Arknights and Wuthering Waves have... Arknights has really good, just kind of mixed medium songs, especially with Crywolf. And then Wuthering Waves has really good vocal tracks. So those 3 games I'd say are like the pioneers of like music in gacha games, but they all specialize in like a different kind of music. It's very interesting, to me at least. Okay, for some reason the playlist stopped working. So I gotta go back to it. Skip. Actually, you know what? We'll just start here. We'll just go down a Genshin rabbit hole. Okay. Now we do this arm. I don't want to over render it because I still have to paint over it. So as long as it's rendered enough. Don't you feel more peaceful, chat? Isn't this so nice? Almost makes me want to forget how much I spent on Sandrone. At least I got Odette for free. Slowly but surely. I think another 30 minutes and we'll have her pretty much good enough to be merged. And then we can work on the background. I wonder if there are artists making this kind of music, or if it's just for games. I'm sure there's lots of music like this, but it's not to this quality and not like cohesive, right? But I am sure there's tons of music similar to this. It's just hard to find. When I'm off stream, do I listen to this playlist? For some reason, just forget everything and lock in. Sometimes. A lot of other times I have my own playlist. It happens sometimes, but I usually just I have another playlist of like not game music that won't get me copyrighted, or that will get me copyrighted if I play it here. And that makes me distracted every like 30 seconds. But it's too good that I can't stop listening to it. So it's like, it is what it is. But if I need to lock in, like I'm editing or something, I put this on and like an hour goes by so easily. This is really nice lock-in music. I just wanted to say, I love the way I do shading. It looks like I'm doing a watercolor masterpiece. It's actually inspired. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just kind of brain empty. Just trying to color in things that kind of don't look right. So I look over here. Is this look good? Kind of. Move on. Does it look good? I guess so. Move on. Like this could use a little bit of work, and so I just keep going. I think in a little bit we're gonna take a break from just rendering though and try rough sketching my next piece and see how that goes. It will be a little awkward for you guys because you won't see the references I'm using, but it shouldn't be that bad. Hi, hello. This looks bad. Cool. I guess this is bad. Like, I don't know what people expect when they say this looks bad. You want me to get mad or something? Like, okay. True, but I don't know how to describe it. Watching it feels cool. Gotta try something like this one day. Yeah, you should try it. It's really, well, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's really not, but if you just keep trying at it, eventually you'll get it. That's what I believe. I think anyone can do this with enough practice. Thanks for the tip. Sorry for disturbing my flow. You're not disturbing my flow at all. I don't mind answering questions while I draw. Keeps me from mentally checking out. videos, learned a lot back in the day. Feel like I've been stuck and it's bothering you. You thought it was better back then. I mean, I feel like I've been going better. So agree to disagree, I guess. You know, you sound toxic. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I have artists where I kind of feel that way too. So it's not like I completely don't get it, but me personally, I think I'm doing fine. So. Do I like my tablet, or am I getting a new one? I've been using it for like the past 2 years. Zero issues. The size of it is still nice. I don't think I'm getting a new one anytime soon. So. You're gonna eat, have a good stream. I hope you have a good meal. And okay. This is still gonna take a whole lot of work after stream. Oh, Blue, you were lurking? I thought you left like half an hour ago. Look at the art. I hope you have good luck with all your work and stuff too. That's better. Okay. To avoid over rendering, I think we're gonna move on from the body for now. Like I use the light blue of the hair to reflect the light source. Yeah, so there's a blue light right here that's shining on there. Now this pink, I kind of just made it up. I might have to change that later. But I do think if I zoom out, it does make a nice difference with this part. So maybe I could kind of merge the two. Maybe something like this. And I'll probably have to change this to like a lighter blue light. Over here we have the green, and then the horn reflecting the blue that's here. And it's just a bunch of colors, just everywhere. Okay. Okay, let's do some background work. Look on the background. Thank you, thank you. It's really just kind of making sure these Both sticks are the correct brightness. Now I'll fully do more with rendering them later. That's too bright. That's too dark. Yo, what's up? What's happening? Okay, I think the glow sticks are matching in style now, which is a baseline. So now we gotta do the floor a little bit. You get what I meant at the beginning of the stream when I said it was only half rendered? At the beginning of the stream, I said it was not rendered. Now I would say it's about half rendered. To put into like perspective a little bit, let me get my previous piece. So in artwork like this, I would say where I was at the beginning of the stream, like right here, is basically right here on this piece. And where we are now is about here. It's about there, right? So what I do after is I have to merge everything and then paint over it, and that'll be around here. And then I add some effects, put some glows on it, and that's when it's done. So this thing still has like 2 other layers to go through, at least, like 2.5, but it's getting there. I think it's gonna look really good at the end. Maybe I should tone down the words a little bit, but all right, I think now I'm just gonna shove this to the side, finish this later tonight. I want to do a little bit of rough sketching before we leave, okay? I want to draw Arcane from the same game, from Arknights. But I want this to be a landscape piece rather than like a close-up like I usually do. So we're just gonna have to sketch out some landscapes. Now I'm gonna be gathering a little bit of references in the background, so give me like 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll write it on here. Your wife? Yeah, it's a crime I haven't drawn her yet, honestly. I've been so preoccupied. Almost done. Okay, well, maybe not almost. Like halfway done. Okay, I think I'm about done. So, let's see what we can do. I'm thinking this is going to be 2 pieces, actually. So one is going to be peaceful, and one is going to be not so peaceful. So the first one is going to be something like, it's grassy, right? Maybe I should do something like this for that. It's right here. And then in the background, it's gonna be some mountains. Or maybe, actually, wait, brainstorming. What if she's kind of like, we carve a path here, but this is the foreground. And then this entire half is like a mountain. It gives it some nice perspective. Right there. It's like a mountainside. You guys seeing it? You guys get the vision? And then on this side, so Arcane's going to be, maybe I'll make this longer. Right here, right there. Path goes along here. Right there. And so, Arcane, she's going to be on this path, kind of walking away from us. With her swords, or her giant gun things behind her. Maybe I should put them on the other side. Well. What am I doing? I am rough sketching a new piece. So right now I'm thinking more landscape. She has her things behind her right there. We'll figure out the details later. And then off into the distance are the clouds. And the clouds are going to be something like this. Over here, we have some rocks, some grass. You get the idea. Are we done with the idle thing for this stream? So I'll work on this off stream, finish it off stream. Before we leave, I want to sketch out a new piece. There we go. So this is like a mountain road that she's traveling down. And these are clouds. Stuff like that. The rough sketches wouldn't be adding fog, would fit the vibe. Yeah, I think this is like a clear piece. So I don't want it to be foggy or like sad. I want this to be peaceful. She's just walking down a road. And to contrast this, we'll have another piece. Okay, now, let's see. I'm thinking now, it's a beach. These are the waves. This is the line of the water. Waves are coming. Waves are coming. Now, she's standing either over here or over here. Which one would be sadder? I guess it would be her. In the middle. Now this is the correct size. And in the background, we're going to have the giant rift from the game. It's hard to tell if you haven't seen it, but just imagine this is like a giant cross thing coming out of the ground. Now this could either be a beach, or it could be like in the game, where it's also mountainous. But I don't want to do that twice. So I think a beach would be more of something. Maybe I should have the waves. Maybe she won't be in waves, or like on the beach, she'll be like in the water. She's standing there. Here's the water line again. I think this is a little better. You kind of see the scale a bit more. I think you get the idea from this. Okay. Now, I know these lines look kind of like explosions, but think of them as like rocks, like pointy rocks coming out of the ground, and kind of like disturbing the environment. And yeah, I think that's good. So we'll have two pieces out of this. One there, one that's peaceful, and one that's not so peaceful. I think this is a good idea. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Almost 3 hours. You're watching my Shape Theory vid. I have a Switch too. Yep, I've been playing Splatoon Raiders non-stop since that game came out. Well, for like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. I haven't been playing it recently. But yeah, it's a good console. I think people at the beginning were giving it too much flack. I think it's probably I think it's the best console choice you can make if you already have a PC. Because like, yeah, PlayStation has some really good originals that won't get ported, but so does Switch, and it's portable. But anyway, Switch talk aside, I got some things to do later today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. A little bit of a review of what we did. We did a little bit of sketching, and we did some rendering. So I think it's looking pretty good, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye chat. Bye.